Disney Cruise Line is growing by leaps and bounds lately. Today we have 10 new additions to Disney Cruise Line, including new ports, new ships, new special themed days at sea, and of course, more Disney fun. Grab your coffee or tea, let's head out to sea. One of the fun new changes this year is the Soul Cat Lounge. This was added onto the Disney Magic during its dry dock. As many of you know, dry dock is when they will update the ship, and typically that also means they will change a little something. This is the exception to that rule, that they don't change much because they're always adding a little something during dry dock, at least almost anyway. This year they added the Soul Cat Lounge to the Disney Magic. This is themed on the sights and sounds of a retro New York City jazz lounge, inspired by the New York City Jazz Club featured in the Disney movie Soul. The ambiance is really cool here. They have decorative details like brick walls, dark wood accents, and plush leather seating. And as they say, the Soul Cat Lounge will transport you back to the days when swing was king. There's a lot of cute touches here within the lounge, like the fedora. The music is going to be really good there. And of course, they're going to have their own spin on alcohol. They have a full bar that serves up some of those New York favorites like Manhattans and martinis. They will also have a little bit of a menu here. This is going to be an additional charge. They have a little dance floor in there. They'll definitely have some live music, so check your Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. Of course, pro tip, download that Navigator app. You're going to need it a lot. Check your schedule when you're on board. It'll tell you when the live music is in the Soul Cat Lounge. And you can actually just heart that. It'll remind you when it's time to go. Over the last year, one of the big changes that Disney Cruise Line has added is the Disney Band Plus. This is basically a bracelet that you wear, like the magic bands at Disney World, and it's going to link up to your stateroom. Historically, they have a card which they call a Key to the World card. You can use that to get into your stateroom as well as charge things to your stateroom, etc. The theory is that now you can use the Disney Band Plus to do all of that instead of the card. User feedback has been a bit of a mixed bag though. Some people love these and some don't, because in some instances it seems like they're still having to get out the card, so what's the point of having the band if you still have to get out the card? And the Disney Band Plus is an additional charge. The Disney Band Plus is $35 plus tax, and if you want to order that online, you do need to do it 45 days prior to your sale date. The Disney Band Plus actually required an update for the Wi-Fi on the Disney Wonder. The current internet service did not support the Disney Band Plus, so they updated that during the Disney Wonder's last dry dock. One thing that Disney will add occasionally is a special themed day at sea. In 2023, they added Pixar Day at Sea. This was from January through March 2023 on the Disney Fantasy. They will be having Pixar Day at Sea again this year between January and March 2024. And Pixar Day at Sea is usually just that. It is one day that is themed to Pixar throughout the entire day. This is going to be on one of your days at sea, so you don't need to worry about missing any ports in order to experience all of these activities. This is a Pixar celebration of fun, family, and friends. On this Pixar adventure, you will have the opportunity to sing, dance, play, and swim with your favorite toys, supers, monsters, and more. Some of the activities that they will have include starting the day off with a Hey Howdy breakfast. This is themed to Woody's Roundup from Toy Story 2. Sheriff Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye will be there during this musical breakfast, specifically for Pixar Day at Sea. And of course, it's gonna have those classic Mickey waffles, which everyone really seems to love. Advanced reservations are required for the Hey Howdy breakfast. You can book this up to 30 days in advance of your sailing. And if for some reason you aren't able to book it on the day those reservations open up, keep checking, especially closer to the cruise. People will cancel their plans, rearrange their ideas, and those reservations will open up. As always, if you are not able to get that before you get on the ship, go straight to Dining Guest Services. Once you are on the ship, they can most likely help you out. Of course, they're going to have lots of themed treats throughout the day, cupcakes, snacks. They're going to have a special themed dinner as well. For dinner in the main dining room, you'll be able to immerse yourself in the underwater world of the Disney and Pixar animated film Finding Nemo. As you dine, enjoy a visit from some of your favorite Finding Nemo friends. You may even share in a conversation with Crush, the totally tubular turtle from the hit movie, and that brand new deck party to finish the day off. I'm a numbers person, so I think this next one is kind of cool. Disney has created a new planning calculator and budgeting tool on their website. So the budgeting calculator is a little buried, as are a lot of things. You really have to kind of dig into this website. If you go to Plan a Cruise and Paying for Your Disney Cruise, underneath that, it will take you to their budgeting tool and calculator. Now, you do get to pay off Disney cruises in a pay-at-your-own pace system. With this tool, they'll show you what their process is. Now, once you find the cruise that you want to sail on, you'll go through and select the cruise you want to go on, the stateroom you want to have. There are a few layers in the process of selecting your specific cruise. Once you get to the payment pages, you can use that tool to help figure out monthly payments, and it just kind of shows the timeline, which is very handy. Another fun thing they added, I was really excited to see some new ports open up this year. In 2023, Disney Cruise Line has started sailing to Australia and New Zealand. There's new ports, new destinations to explore, and you can try a different ship on some of those old destinations as well. On October 28th, 2023, the Disney Wonder set sail from the shores of Australia for the first time ever. These inaugural cruises for Australia and New Zealand were 2 to 6 night cruises on the Disney Wonder, and these are continuing through February 2024. They have also announced the return of these cruises in the fall of 2024, with departures running from October 24 to February 2025. There are 3 ports from Australia: Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, and Auckland in New Zealand. And they have an all-new version of the Heroes Unite deck party and Crush's Totally Awesome pool party during these sailings. They will also have special characters including Moana, as well as experiencing Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars characters in new ways. And if you're a fan of Fiji and Hawaii, make sure and check these out, because the Disney Wonder is going to have some really good itineraries in the end of 2024 that include Honolulu, Kauai, Maui, Hawaii, Oahu, as well as Fiji, American Samoa, and New Caledonia. Really fun places to explore on a Disney cruise. I'm so happy they're branching out like that. And while we're talking about new ports, they are also going to have a new port with the new ship that they announced last year. In March 2023, Disney Cruise Line announced that they will be joining with the Singapore Tourism Board to bring magical cruises from Southeast Asia. This is going to be on their new ship that they have recently purchased last year, the Adventure. This is not to be confused with their newest Disney Cruise Line ship, the Disney Treasure, which will be debuting December of 2024. The Adventure can accommodate 6,000 guests on board, which is 2,000 more than any of the ships previously. Disney will have that port in Singapore for 5 years, beginning in 2025. The Adventure was already partially built for another cruise line. They went into bankruptcy, and Disney Cruise Line snapped the ship up very fast. The project is 75% completed, and they will likely not have any sisterly attributes to the Disney fleet, but they will have those Disney touches that people love. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to mean, but stay tuned, we'll find out soon. Talking of new ships, of course, they had the announcements for the Disney Treasure, which is their 6th cruise ship to be launched this December 2024. The Disney Treasure has had both of its funnels installed and does seem to be on track for the maiden voyage at the end of this year. We will have a deep dive on absolutely everything Disney Treasure, so stay tuned for that, but just a few pieces here. The Disney Treasure is going to be adventure themed. It has Captain Minnie, who is adventure ready. The atrium, which is known as the Grand Hall, will be decorated with attributes of Asia and Africa, as well as the fairy tale Agrabah from Disney's Aladdin. And of course, they've got to have a character featured in the atrium, and what's fun is this atrium will feature for the first time 3 Disney characters: Aladdin, Jasmine, and their magic carpet. The Disney Treasure is going to be fairly similar to the Disney Wish, but they have a couple of really exciting announcements for that ship. They are going to have a Haunted Mansion bar and lounge. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. They have the Tomorrow Tower Suite, which is inspired by Epcot, and they are also going to have a new stage show, Disney: The Tale of Moana. In addition to the Treasure, they have also announced a lot of details about their new private island, Lighthouse Point. Lighthouse Point will be similar to Castaway Cay in the fact that it will have a family area, an adults-only area, and it's a private beach. Otherwise, it's pretty different. It's a lot bigger. It's really going to celebrate the Bahamian culture. They also will have a market-style dining area, as well as a Bahamian art and culture pavilion. They state, quote, "This features special programs and local artists will provide visitors to Lighthouse Point opportunities to learn and celebrate the traditions and natural beauty of the Bahamas." Of course, they'll also have a huge water play area, a special place just for toddlers and teens, that adult-exclusive beach, which is fabulous. They have a special themed kids club for ages 3 through 12, and just in the last couple of weeks, they have also announced many of the port excursions that will be available, with things like banana boat, bicycle rentals. They have kayaking, scuba trips. We really enjoyed doing parasailing at Castaway Cay. I think that'll be a lot of fun at Lighthouse Point. They will also have e-bikes available at Lighthouse Point. Really looking forward to this one, and it should debut this summer 2024. The preview cruise for Lighthouse Point was originally scheduled in March. That has been moved to June 2024. Another new item to Disney Cruise Line this year is the new cruise terminal in Fort Lauderdale at Port Everglades. This port is now open. Just be aware that there is still some work being done in the area. This will be Disney Cruise Line Line's second year-round home port in Florida. The Disney Dream began sailing from the new terminal on November 20th, 2023. That will be followed by the Disney Magic this May 2024. These are a mix of 3, 4, and 5-night cruises to the Bahamas and the Caribbean. As you enter the terminal, you'll travel from land to sea and dive into the world of Disney and Pixar's film, Finding Nemo. Of course, you're going to find some of your favorite friends from the movie on colorful murals in this port. And as you inch closer to embarkation, you'll be welcomed by Nemo, Marlin, and Dory. And be sure to look up, because this really does make you feel like you're underwater, especially with that unique bubble-like ceiling fixtures that they have. This port does go in hand with Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, because having the second port will offer more opportunities to visit both of the private islands. Now, one of the biggest controversies so far this year has been the Youth Club age changes on the Disney Cruise Line ships. Historically, you would have a nursery for children up to 3. 3 through 12 would be all together in the Oceaneers Club and Lab. Tweens through 14 have a club called Edge, and for the teens, they have Vibe ages 14 through 17. The big change here, though, is for Oceaneers Club and Lab. Ages 3 through 12 is a broad age range, and they have made an effort to have activities more suited to the age groups so that 3-year-olds aren't really doing the same thing as 12-year-olds, because they really have different interests. All of the youth clubs do have an open house, so you can go to the open house with adults, kids of any age. During those open houses, anybody can go in and enjoy the area. But during regular programming, the age policy change for Disney's Oceaneer Club and Disney's Oceaneer Lab went into effect on December 21st, 2023. These spaces are now specifically for those that are ages 3 through 10. Edge is now exclusively for ages 11 through 14. So 11 and 12-year-olds will not be in Oceaneers Club and Lab anymore. They will be in Edge. Again, if you want to enjoy those areas with your family, you can do that during open house time. And those open houses are typically found on port days in particular. There has definitely been a lot of discussion, a lot of controversy around this. Just be aware that those ages have changed. In 2023, Disney Cruise Line also added a new level to their Castaway Club. Castaway Club is their loyalty membership program. You do not have to apply for this club. Once you have taken your first Disney cruise, they will automatically assign you a Castaway Club number. Before last year, there were 3 levels of the Castaway Club. You become Gold member after 5 sailings, Platinum after 10, and the new level Pearl is for those that have completed 25 sailings. Some of the perks of the Castaway Club are being able to select activities earlier than other levels, as well as a welcome aboard gift for each level. And as you get into the higher level, there's also free specialty dining dinner at Palo, and Pearl in particular will get a complimentary unlimited digital photo package. That's a pretty good benefit. One of the other things they added, though, last year to the Castaway Club was a new rule. If you do not sail again on Disney Cruise Line within 5 years, you will lose your Castaway Club level. 5 years is a long time, but it can go by quick. Just make sure, if this is important to you, that you get a cruise scheduled at least every 4 years. And hey, who doesn't want a Disney cruise every 4 years anyway? And one other thing I want to touch on is some of the awards that Disney Cruise Line won last year. They do often win many awards because they are a fabulous cruise company. On November 10th, 2023, they actually announced many awards that they have won recently. The U.S. News and World Report awarded Disney Cruise Line a gold badge in its Best Cruise Lines for Families, as well as placing Disney at the top of its Best Cruise Lines in the Caribbean list, both for the 10th year in a row. Adding to those accolades, Newsweek has listed Disney Cruise Line among the cruise lines offering America's best customer service, in addition to being the most family-friendly and best cruise lines for families. And the Points Guide has named Disney Cruise Line as best family cruise line in this year's lineup. Some of the things contributing to these awards are their imaginative spaces and entertainment for kids. They have really cool hangouts for teens, especially on the Dream and Fantasy. They have their own pool. Of course, they also have relaxing and exclusive adult areas. The Rainforest Room, in particular on the Dream and Fantasy, have a hot tub that overlooks the ocean and the bridge. We absolutely love it. It's additional charge and it's well worth it. And of course, they have vacation experiences and activities designed specifically for families, which include those Broadway-style live shows, as well as lots of family fun on their private islands. And one thing that they removed and did not add is cruising ducks. This has become a huge thing over the last year. They do not have these on their specific banned list yet, but they do have notifications from the Disney Parks Mom Panel, now known as the Planned Disney Dreamers, who are selected by Disney. So there is direct communication from from Disney Cruise Line that if they find the cruising ducks on the ships, they will throw them away. If you're not sure what that is, go check out this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And if you're really feeling the videos, please send them to a friend or your cruise group. That really helps us grow. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We'll see you real soon with some more DisNEEDS.